promote to the legal practitioner, they help you. But I find in our principle of administration of safety, legal practitioners are a barrier because they advise the management that nothing is going to happen. So a management who is safety conscious will not go to this, but who are not safety conscious, who are profit conscious, they will go by there. They will say, if I give safety suit to 500 people and I have to incur 2 lakhs. If the factory inspector files a prosecution, 10,000 fine. So 10,000 is much cheaper than 2 lakhs. After all, we have come here for business. So legal practitioners are the variable for failure in promoting decent work. Then judiciary system. Judiciary system, the case will take 10 years, 20 years, and 90%, 95% of the cases generally we lose. There they will ask us, give proof. We are here the inspector, etc. Our job is to see safety in all plants. We are not the investigating officers like crime branch, etc. that will go detail and find this, etc. And ultimately it loses. So this is how I have given that you have got some things in your mind that you should try to develop, we should also try to develop. Then we can think of a decent work culture. Next. Now barriers on safety at work. Coming to that, these things I have told out certain things, that is scarcity of trained and experienced manpower. I hope you will agree to this. But with all the things, in all work orders given to the contractor or subcontractor, but still they are fitters. That is a self-styled fitters. Now in that case, they only know how to do the work. So in that case, these things are required to be managed at your level. Then coming to second one is sublet to petty contractors. You will find the Jindal has given to contractor X, X has given to Y, Y has also made some contract to manpower to this, to vehicle to this, and other things to this. So lot of people are coming. So what happens? There is a gap between this, and everybody is taking a profit all the things. So at the lowest level, you don't get that thing, and it is very difficult to also monitor. So what we say is, even engage a subcontractor, there should be a consent of the principal employer. That thing we have to keep in mind. Suppose there is a system in the management that a contract, once we have given work to a contractor, before engaging a subcontractor, this he must get a consent of the principal employer. And what should be the conditions with regards to this trained and experienced manpower? And the contractor has also explained that why he requires a subcontractor. Now many times what is happening, back to back also they are giving. X is getting a work order, he is giving to Y, and he is only liaising with the management, and including all technical things is being done by the subcontractor. This we should not allow. Why? Now it is giving a negative impact. Why will you do the job? Why not Y will do it directly from the management? If X is unable to do it, we should not allow. So all these things are the barriers definitely for safety. Then MOU compliance. This MOU compliance is also a barrier. Why I am telling you? Because in MOU it is written that you have to progress like this. There are certain conditions. What are the conditions? One of the conditions I can tell you. Suppose there are some displaced labour. Suppose there is a locality people. There is a MOU. There you have to take 50% or 100% from the like this. And you find that these people are not having technical ability. And because they are from the displaced family, you ask them to go to the chimney height. They go with little difficulty but come very easily. That is also the demerits of MOU compliance. I have found out, because to make ourselves safe, many times government asks that what you are doing. We told, sir, we are not the custodian of law. You have allowed a bull to enter into the field, and there is no boundary wall, and you have given a broken stick in our hand. We are trying. So, if you go on engaging the contractor to whom you will engage is not within our jurisdiction.
Sir, with your permission, now of the MOU, it is the 10th HLC guideline, high level training agency guideline, which was chaired by the Chief Minister. The guideline says that 90% of the unskilled labor have to be local people. 60% of the skilled labor have to be local people. And 30%. So we have issued letters to all the contractors now that it is mandatory for them to now follow this recruitment method. No contractor.
Yeah, that's correct. That's why what I want to say is, it is required that if we have to accept the MOU compliance, then the management has to go for some strategic planning. Now, suppose he is a departmental head in some section. Now, for this compliance, now suppose people will come. They are neither educated nor experienced, but still he has to ask them to work. In that condition, there is a gap of the ability of the person to work, so they are required to be educated. Now, for that, before employment, to abide the law, we have to make some arrangement. If the law, we cannot violate the law. Now, without violating the law, what best we can do so that we can achieve safety? So that thing comes that they must be trained, not the induction training. They are required to be trained in a particular module. That module is required to be developed, that is one. Then next is engagement of cheap labor. Now what is happening? Now every contractor, if you go on giving to subletting things, now they will get only cheap labor. Now who is a cheap labor, who is less experienced or no experience?
Yes.
So now to show the head, now the people they are engaging the cheap labor without experience, that is leading into the accidents. Then hasty approach for early completion. Every day in the morning there is a morning meeting. In the morning meeting they say what is the progress? Kitna hua? Suppose you are having a target time. Everywhere it is written. Target is this. And commissioning time is this. Finishing time is this. Last, many people now they have started introducing this work should be done safely. It is just like a statutory warning. It is given in microscopic letter in all cigarette packets. The smoking is injurious to health.
Cancer होता
Huh?
है कैंसर होता है
So, what is happening is, now this thing comes to everywhere. Management always thinks in that approach. Now, what is required is, that also goes to department head. Once you go to the site, after getting energized in the morning meeting, you just go on asking, what is this, what is this? Now, in the process, a unskilled labor goes to the chimney height. He gets energy from your talks. And the fast he goes, faster he comes back. So that is also another one. Next. Now workers, safe workers. The workers are asset to an industry. Am I correct or not? Yes. Please speak louder if you agree. Yes. No, it is wrong.
Safe workers.
A worker can be a hazard to the organization if he is not safe. That's why I told the next slide, the last slide was that. Very simple slide with two words. One is worker, one is a safe worker.
Go back to the previous one.
Worker and safe worker. The worker is a hazard. That is, it is written. If a person is not a safe worker, it is your job to convert him into a safe worker. By educating, etc., by giving supervision, training, unless don't take this for project compliance. That is called SC. You are getting 5,000 rupees per month. Then the business improves. So management engaged another woodcutter. And that woodcutter was 10 years younger. After 1 year, management gave promotion to the younger one. So the older one became 10 years senior. He was agreed. They have engaged you to cut trees and you are cutting less trees than the younger one. So because his efficiency is more, he was given promotion. So he also thought, then he started putting on some more time. and giving little stronger blows, marginally increased. Then again he went to the MD. Sir, I am trying but it is not happening. MD told, I cannot help you. You please talk to that younger one who can advise you better because he is able to do it. Then he told, I am a senior. How can I take advice from a junior? But after that he went to him. After cutting every tree, I sit for some time and sharpen my axe. So the thing is, we are doing things, we have to analyze whether we have done it safely or not. Because today we are doing, there is no accident, we feel it is a safe work or method is safe. But if you start analyzing that today there is no accident but the work is not safe, by doing that you will have a practice of safe work culture that will not only good for your industry but it will make you accident free work. All works are not safe work. The work which does not meet with an accident is not safe work. Today there is no accident, tomorrow it may happen because accident never comes every day. So what we have to do is, we have to see that it happens. That's why this proverb is, it is not the length of service but the depth of service which matters. ଆପଣ ଜଣଙ୍କୁ ଡେଜିଗ୍ନେସନ୍ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ସିନିୟର ମ୍ୟାନେଜର, ଆଉ କାହାକୁ ଡେଜିଗ୍ନେସନ୍ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ଆସିଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ମ୍ୟାନେଜର. It does not mean that senior manager is more intelligent or having more knowledge. But we do. In government 100%, in private 50%. But what is required is, we should give respect to the depth. That is more important. Next. Sorry for sorrow. Our supervisors, but still he did not listen. And we are very sorry for this. Sorry for his sorrow. And we have organization for ritual also, that never start their work unless compensation is deposited in workman compensation and the commissioner under workman compensation. There are many organizations, they boldly say, we are very serious. Once there is any accident, we don't start the work unless that check is deposited. Am I correct? You see, that is the care they take for their fellow workers or employees. Is it a good management? So, your sorry for the sorrow of others is not the solution. But put on his helmet. And later on he fell down. There was some injury, etc. Now, under the statutory provision of law, it is only Mittal Sahab, manager under factory jet, or the occupier. They are responsible. Now, tell me, the person is not available at the site. He has given induction training, he has given awareness program, he spent lot of money. Why he will be taken to task? The best thing for the management is that you develop a system that the co-workers is a very vital point, because the person is not using the helmet. But they did not tell anything. That is his feeling to his fellow worker. Why he did not speak? Because that fellow worker, he has got a very utter voice. What is your problem? Like this. So we say a society does not become bad because of the nonsense, because of the action of the nonsense. A society becomes bad because of the inaction of the good people. आमे कहूचे जो इलेक्शन होउचे इन इलेक्शन बूथ सपोज देयर आर 1500 voters, there is a declaration that this booth is sensitive. Why? Now if you go very root into, now 10 voters are criminals, but I differ. I say because 1490 voters are very innocent, they never react.